I've been filming with the Canon 90D for over 3 years now. My YouTube videos, reels, for event promos, just name it. I've been doing everything on this bad boy. And today I'll be answering a simple question. Is the Canon 90D worth it for video or content creation and even photography in 2025 or years to come? I'm not just going to be reading specs. I'm going to be showing you guys real footage from this camera, the gear I use, and why this camera is still my go-to workhorse in 2025. And also I might be showing you guys some of the things I don't like about this camera. So there's going to be a balance in this vlog. Let's dive right in. Let's go. Let's talk about how I actually use this camera. For the most part, I'm always filming at 1080p 24 frames per second. The reason why I don't use 4K here is because 4K files get very large, and honestly 1080p looks great for vlogs. I reserve 4K for client projects and clients that need special detailed work, and then I use 60 frames per second for slow down footage and for cinematic like montage and b-roll. And speaking of 60 frames per second, I'm at the gym right now about to blast my chest and my biceps, and I'm going to give you guys a cinematic montage in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Give it to me.
I got this camera in 2022, and ever since then, like I mentioned, I've used it to film literally almost all videos on my YouTube channel, except whenever I don't feel like carrying my camera, then I use my phone. Whenever I'm out and about filming for clients with this camera, I always pair it up with the Zion Weeble S, because for my clients, they need the stable footage, they need the super smooth footage, and this goes perfectly well with the Zion Weeble S. Whenever I'm out vlogging like this, my girlfriend is always the videographer behind, or sometimes whenever my girlfriend isn't available, then I use my tripod like you guys saw in the intro of this video. That's how I get my shots with this camera. But sometimes you can get this POV of me, but if you know this camera, you know it's very heavy. So after some time, my hand begins or my shoulder begins to burn, because holding this camera up for a long time actually is demanding on the shoulders. I pair this bad boy with the Sigma 18-35 f4.8. Guys, this is literally the best lens for this camera, and I've been using this lens and this camera for the past, I've used the lens for over 5 years now, and it has not disappointed me one day. In fact, you're enjoying the quality from the Sigma 18-35 1.8. And in case you're wondering how I get this cinematic quality, this very good looking quality for my camera, guys, that's because if you own this lens and you plan to film outside, you're going to need an ND filter. Let me quickly show you guys what the ND filter is looking like right now. So this is what the ND filter is looking like right now, and we have my girlfriend in the background. For those of you that don't know what ND filters are, I've mentioned this in the past, but if you're a video nerd like me, then you already know that ND filters are like sunglasses for your lenses. This lens can go as low as f1.8, so you know what that means. Whenever I'm in direct sunlight like this, my face will become overly exposed. Let me quickly show them what it's looking like actually without the ND filter. This is what I look like without the ND filter on, and this is what I look like whenever I place the ND filter on my face and without and with it. So for my settings, I always film with the neutral settings, and then whenever I'm editing in DaVinci Resolve, I just do very minimal color grading. Nothing so fancy, nothing so complicated, just to make the whole color grading or the whole video come together. And guys, if you're enjoying the audio from this bad boy, that's because I use the DJI Wireless 1 microphones to pair up with this bad boy to have the super crispy audio. I have it connected here to my lavalier microphone, and it's connected to my body here, and it gives me the super crispy audio. Guys, oh my goodness, guys, I so much love this camera. Like, I can go on and ramble too much on how I love the quality coming straight out of this bad boy. Now guys, the video features that still slap in 2025. But let's begin on what makes this camera solid for video even in 2025. Not to sound nerdy, but I have to say this, it's a dual pixel autofocus. Guys, you can see that the autofocus never fails me. It has never disappointed me. In fact, I'm going to take it out of my face and bring it back to my face. You can see how fast the autofocus is. This autofocus has never actually failed me using this camera. And another thing I love so much, especially as a content creator and as a vlogger, is the fully articulating screen. Oh my goodness, guys, this is very important for me. In case I want to see myself, in case I want to position myself like this, I can just hold my camera like this and I can see myself. I know where I'm at in the frame. There's no need for me to second guess or to guess where I'm at or where my face is, or if I'm centered, or if I'm on the side or on the roll of thirds. That's another thing I love so much about this camera. And if you're a content creator looking to buy a camera for video and content creation, get a camera that has a fully articulating screen, because it's going to really help you and take your vlogging or your content creation game to the next level. And another thing that really makes this camera good for video in 2025 or moving forward is the touchscreen it comes with. Guys, as a videographer, sometimes you might want to have to focus on the face, focus on the next object, focus on that object, and this touchscreen comes in handy, especially in helping you to change the focus fast. Enough talk, here are some of the videos I've filmed using this camera. These are some of the results I've been able to get with this setup. Great image quality, smooth autofocus, and reliable performance. Now let's talk about some of the downsides I've noticed using this camera. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. No camera gear is perfect, so obviously this camera has its downsides, and I'm going to start with the first, which is the most obvious one, is that this bad boy is heavy. I'm pairing it with my Sigma 18-35 1.8. Whenever I'm vlogging outside and holding my camera, it gets very heavy. In fact, my shoulders begin to feel it like, oh my god, like if I know I'm going to be going on a long day of vlogging, I know that my shoulder is going to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that I'm going to have a full workout that day because this bad boy gets very heavy with the lens and the camera together whenever I'm holding it upwards. The second downside for me is that there's no in-body stabilization. If you notice in this particular vlog, there's some part where I was holding the camera in my hands and you can see that it was shaking so much. Sometimes I'm not able to get very stable footage whenever I'm vlogging, or sometimes whenever I'm filming for client work. So it makes me to use the digital stabilization it comes with. Whenever I use that digital stabilization, it introduces a crop into my videos, so I don't have the full frame of my lens basically whenever I'm filming with that feature on. So this particular downside has made me to depend on the tripod or depend on the stabilizer whenever I'm filming for myself or for my clients, which makes the setup become even more heavier, especially whenever I'm filming with a stabilizer. The third downside is that I know you guys have heard this a lot of times, the low light performance. It's not very great in low light, but the thing is that I don't really film a lot of videos at night, so I've not really had to suffer with the low light. But I know that this camera doesn't do very well whenever I'm filming at night. I pair it with my iPhone 15 Pro Max until I will buy a new camera. And guys, let me just put this out here now. The camera I'm going to be buying to replace this camera is going to be the Canon EOS R6 Mark II, because that's the full frame camera and I want to leave the crop sensored cameras and move on to the full framed cameras. The last downside is that there's no log profile with this camera, meaning that it limits my color grading drastically, and I want to start playing with color grades. I want to start playing with log profiles or log videos, and I've not been able to do that with this camera. It doesn't have a built-in log profile. I know some of you might ask me to download the Cine Style, stuff like that, but guys, I've tried to use Cine Style in the past and it doesn't come close to actual log footage. And yeah, so it's something that these are the downsides that I don't like about this camera. So moving forward, as time goes on, I'm going to be looking to invest in a better camera. This particular video was for only those that are looking to buy this like as their first camera or buy this as their second camera after using an older camera. So this is a good starting point if you want to do things professionally. But if you have the money to spend and you want to get even a more expensive camera, then by all means you can get a more expensive camera. But this is for the guys that are looking for the 90D users. Now guys, I want to talk about how I get the best visuals like this for this camera, because whenever I tell people what camera I use, they never believe me. They think I use a much more expensive camera. Please guys, let me know in the comment section, this camera, does it look that crazy? I don't think it looks that crazy. How I get the best out of this camera is that first of all, the lens. Like I mentioned earlier, but I have two lenses actually. Let me show you guys my second lens. Give me a second. This is my Tamron 24-70 f2.8 lens, and I'm currently filming with the Sigma 18-35 f1.8 lens. So this is my wide angle lens and this is my zoom lens whenever I want to punch in to the action, you know what I'm saying? So these are the two lenses I use, or these are the two lenses I own with this camera. I primarily film with the Sigma 18-35 f1.8. Right now I'm actually filming with an ISO of 800 and I'm filming the lowest aperture f1.8, and then I'm filming at 24 frames per second with a shutter speed of 1/50. I mean, you know the mathematics whenever you're using times 2 basically. The crispy audio you always hear in my vlogs, I always use my DJI wireless one right now on my camera. That is what I'm actually using to film right now. This is my DJI wireless microphone connected to my camera, and you can hear the crispy audio. Whenever you're filming vlogs, whenever you're filming videos, you should always try to have good lighting, because guys, the only reason why this quality might be looking very cinematic, very high quality, is because of my lighting right here. My lighting is just in front of me. To get the best out of your camera, to get the best out of any camera you own, because a $5,000 camera can look like trash if you don't light it properly. So just try to invest in lighting or try to film under proper lighting. You don't have to buy the lens I'm using or buy the other lens. Once you have good lighting, once you invest in good lighting, you'll be able to have crispy, good quality, and also invest in your audio, of course, so you can have also a very good audio. Before I let you guys go, I'm going to answer the question: should you get the 90D in 2025? If you're creating content, shooting for clients or covering events, this camera still delivers high quality, super high quality, crispy footage. I'm going to try to put some of them beside me as I'm speaking with you guys right now. It's not a mirrorless camera, it's not a full frame camera, but with the right settings, with the right gear, with the right lenses, you'll be able to turn this camera to a power horse, and that's what I've done. And if you're watching this in 2026, 2027, 2030, guys, remember, it's not about having the latest camera gear, it's about what you do with the camera gear. It's about how you optimize the camera gear to give you the best results that you want for whatever content or for whatever image you're capturing. So yeah, my short answer is yeah, you can get this camera, but don't get with the kit lens, get with the good lens. A Sigma 18-35 f1.8 is a good starting point. And yeah, this entire vlog was filmed on this camera. You can see how crispy and good everything looks. So I hope I've been able to answer your question if this camera is still worth it for video or content creation. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Until then, it is your boy DTP signing out. Stay safe and have a good one. Bye for now.